Meine Damen und Herren, liebe Freunde der Musik. I am Anton Bruckner, born in 1824 in Ansfelden, a small village in Upper Austria. My beginnings were simple. My father was a schoolmaster and organist, and from him I inherited both discipline and devotion. The organ became my first great companion in the churches of St. Florian, in Linz, and later in Vienna. Standing before its mighty pipes, I learned to listen for the infinite, to let music rise like a prayer. My life was not a straight path of triumphs. Often I was misunderstood, even ridiculed. I was slow to mature as a composer, always questioning, always revising. But out of this struggle came my symphonies, vast structures, built not for brilliance alone, but to reflect the majesty of creation itself. Each was, for me, an act of faith. I was blessed to know many remarkable men of music. In my early years, Franz Liszt encouraged me and received me with kindness. His daring spirit gave me courage. I admired Wagner deeply. His music dramas opened new horizons, and I was proud to dedicate my third symphony to him, though it earned me scorn in Vienna. I also had to contend with Johannes Brahms, who was often set up as my rival. Yet I respected his mastery and believed that in our differences lay the richness of art. In my final year, 1896, I was often confined to my rooms in Vienna. Still, I labored on my 9th symphony, which I entrusted to God. I knew I would not complete its last movement, but even the 3 that remain carry my final thoughts, the shadows of struggle, the blaze of affirmation, and the quiet surrender of the adagio. When I died, I asked to be laid to rest beneath the organ at St. Florian, where my journey in music had begun. I was but a servant of the tones, striving to give them form worthy of the grandeur I glimpsed in faith and in nature. If in my symphonies you hear echoes of eternity, it is because I sought to write not for the passing moment, but for something greater, something enduring. Thank you for your time.